And now the final thing, I want to just read a little section from right at the end of the book about those everyday virtues that people like you have, and people, many humanitarian workers that I've met, whether they're Sri Lankan or Somali or Sudanese or Syrian today, everywhere in the world, exhibit these extraordinary virtues, and we must cultivate them in ourselves and in our teams. So I'm going to read you little sections on integrity, hope, and struggle, and then I'll stop. Integrity. Every humanitarian worker needs to be honest about what they stand for and the goals they seek. Working with humanitarian integrity means practicing humanitarian principles and extending a simple humanitarian intent to everyone you meet. Having humanitarian integrity involves doing things according to a humanitarian goal and with humanitarian principles. Alongside your actions, humanitarian integrity requires a certain humane presence and the cultivation of a humanitarian temperament that people recognize and trust. This is integrity of mission and purpose. Integrity is equally about honesty and trustworthiness in personal dealings, finances, recruitment, and resources management. And there is hope as well, another virtue. In the suffering of armed conflict and disaster, humanitarian workers can see the very worst of the world. To endure such things and respond positively to them not only takes courage, but hope. A famous Greek myth tells the story of Pandora, who was given a beautiful box by the gods and told never to open it. Naturally, she could not resist and had a peep inside. Out of the box flew all the evils of the world, which went on to create havoc and misery in human lives. But at the very bottom of the box was hope. This also flew out and took its place in human hearts. In the worst of times, hope is often all we have with which to struggle against the terrible things around us. Humanitarians need to cherish hope. Often they will discover it in the people they are trying to help. Often it will be best found in small instances of humanitarian success, like a life saved, a new life born, a successful distribution, or the eventual sound of laughter after incredible fear. Humanitarian action is itself an act of hope. It resolutely continues to express the value of human life, the existence of human kindness, and the conviction that we are a loving species. Humanitarians need to be hopeful for themselves and for others. Being hopeful does not mean being absurdly optimistic. It simply means knowing that the world does not turn on bad things alone, but also on good. Hope then seeks out this good. And struggle. Few things come easily in humanitarian work. Instead, most humanitarian operations require significant struggle. Difficulty of all kinds is the reality of humanitarian action for those who need it and those who provide it. Struggle is therefore inherent and essential to good humanitarian work. The ability to struggle and keep struggling is a critical virtue in humanitarian workers. The everyday virtues of courage, patience, practical wisdom, diligence, integrity, and hope are what enables individuals and organizations to struggle. But to continue to struggle and to struggle for the right things is a distinct virtue and an enduring strength in humanitarian work. So those are the sort of everyday virtues that I've seen in many, many people, and I see them in operations all around the world today, and I think are very important for us to cherish and value as our personal ethics. So that's really a taste of the book. Thank you.